Hello and welcome to Proverb Minutes. In so many instances, if not all, everyone is a content creator. And what we are to one another is on either small scale or a large scale. One could affect millions and or then the individual relationship that is concerning a wife, a child, or a husband, whatever, is in the intimate level of content creation. And so we need to be aware of who we are and how we become in relation to the best condition that we can develop into. So let's continue here with Proverb Minutes with Proverbs 4:23. Keep your heart with all diligence, for out of it spring the issues of life. Now, diligence is quite the word that we need to understand because it's key in what we pursue in achieving the greatness that we can become. So diligence, some of the synonyms: being careful, having that carefulness in your life, being persistent, not giving up, having the plow moving forward. No one is worthy who looks behind, but those that plow ahead. The thoroughness of doing it carefully and the completeness of it, not giving up, going for the goal. And that's where diligence comes into play, the attentiveness of it all. And so we want to look to these qualities of life in our hearts to give us that best sense of achievement and completeness that we can get in our lives. And of course, there's different conditions of heart that give us either strength or weakness. The Bible tells us here in Proverbs 12:25, anxiety in the heart of man causes depression, but a good word makes it glad. So there's kind of a dichotomy of a separation of conditions here. A good word makes people glad, but anxiety causes depression. And it determines the direction that we travel, either downward bound or upward bound. It's a condition of either the sheep that follow comfort of being led, or those that plow as goats, trying to push the fence out of the way if there's anything in the way. And the people that are constantly in anxiety, I've met people that say, well, I'm never going to get out of anxiety. But that's not true, because it's a choice. It's a choice of heart to either be pursuing something calmer. And how do you do that? You seek the words that help one another. It's not just about yourself. Because if you're only just woeing on yourself and whining constantly, do you find the violin player obnoxious? I certainly, most of us probably do. But if you're saying something nice like, how's your day? Did you wake up okay? Are you doing a good deal today? Those are the people that are helping one another. And that's the condition of the outward expression from the inward heart versus the inward heart sucking that outward energy away from everybody is a suffocation in the room. So it is the difference between either being depressed or being glad. If you're constantly depressed, you're not helping anyone, because you're woeing on yourself. We're all in a condition of depression. Look at the world. Look at the wars. Look at the missiles hitting the skyscrapers. And it's only getting worse. So to have a heart in individual relationships that are glad, saying a pleasant word, brings peace to the condition that we're in. And that's what we want to achieve in our hearts. Because there's good and bad hearts. There's sheep and goats. And where we want to go is exactly what the Bible instructs us here in Philippians 4:6. Be anxious for nothing, but in everything by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving let your requests be made known to God. And the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, will guard your hearts and minds through Jesus Christ. What we have here is simply clear instruction. If you want to get that underneath foundation peace that goes beyond understanding, that is immune to the world, it's going to guard our hearts because we have eternity in our strength. It says clearly, in everything, it will guard your hearts through the peace of God. And how do we get that? Because in everything we're giving by prayer. We're giving thanksgiving in our requests to either help ourselves or help those that are in our lives or help those that lead us. To have calmer hearts, softer hearts, more understanding hearts, instead of the arrogance that destroys us. Help us, God, please, to come out of the quagmire of humanity. And so if we do these things, if we're constantly in prayer and giving thanks, that's helping the situation. And that's where we need to be as a society and as individuals. Well, thank you for coming to Proverb Minutes. If you enjoyed it, please subscribe and tell your brother and friends, come to this and help out the cause.